Welcome to the Renegade Lawyer Podcast, the show where we ask the questions, why aren't more lawyers living flourishing lives and inspiring others? And can you really get wealthy while doing only the work you love with people you like? Many lawyers are. Get ready to hear from your host, Ben Glass, the founder of the law firm Ben Glass Law in Fairfax, Virginia, and Great Legal Marketing, an organization that helps good people succeed by coaching, inspiring, and supporting law firm owners. Join us for today's conversation.
Here we are, welcoming all of you to the GLM Summit. And we're excited to be here. But one thing I want you to note is that the fact that you're here represents something. Each of you are very different, extremely different. And what I mean by that is this. You have taken the time to leave your practice and be here. Why? Because you are not content with where you are and you want to be better. So as we start this summit, I want to start off by all of you giving yourself a big round of applause, a loud round of applause for taking the time to be here. Years ago, I was speaking at an event with Michael Gerber. Raise your hand if you know who Michael Gerber is. He wrote a book called The E-Myth. And Michael got up and he asked this question. He said, how many of you are committed to growing your firm? And everyone raised their hand. Everyone's like, yeah, I'm so committed. I'm super pumped. And then he asked this question. He said, how many of you are determined to grow? And hands literally went down. You see, all of us can say, yeah, I want to, but then it's a matter of actually doing it. There are only two ways you can show commitment. There are only two ways, and that is either time or money. That is your only way to show commitment, and both of those elements are true here with each one of you. So as we start this summit, I want to commit all of you. Well, first, commend all of you for being here, but then commit all of you to doing something different than what you've done before. Raise your hand if you promise. Say, Chad, I promise when I leave here, I promise to do something different. Raise your hand. All of you. Because how many of you have ever said to yourself, 6 months from now, I'm not going to be where I am? And then 6 months goes by and you go, no, I meant 6 months from now. I'm not going to be where I am. And we do it over and over again. But because you have taken the time, because you've taken the resources to be here, you are committed to not be in this same place 6 months, a year from now. And we're going to give you the tools and strategies and methods to make sure that you're not. With that being said, let me just explain quickly a little bit of a background. Years ago, decades ago, I was with a company called Infusionsoft. And we were working, I was head of sales and business development, and I was working with small business owners all across the world to grow their business. And there were a lot of different info marketers and business owners. And then came along this person that Clayt, the CEO, pulled me aside and he said, you need to pay close attention to this individual. I said, who's that? He said, his name's Ben Glass. I'm like, what's his business? He said, he's an attorney. I'm like, what? What do you mean? He goes, yeah, he's an attorney. I'm like, yeah, but attorneys think differently. And excuse me for a moment, but I wasn't emotionally excited about this experience to work closely with Ben Glass because attorneys, you think differently. That's why you're attorneys, because you think differently. But Ben thought like the consumer, the client thinks. And Clayt goes, you've got to watch him. He's doing incredible things. And so over the years, I've watched Ben and seen him grow and develop, and his son Brian, and how they created things that are different than everybody else. And I'm not asking you to completely think differently, but I want you to stop and go, maybe that will work. Raise your hand if you will do that. Raise your hand. Yes, you will go, maybe that will work. Because so many times we'll say, no, that's dumb. I can't do that. I was on a training a few months ago with a bunch of attorneys, and Gary, my business partner, was teaching the importance of influence and how we can get our clients and potential new clients to take action. And he brought up this one simple point. He said, did you know at grocery stores, when they draw attention to an item and say everyday low price, it actually increases the sales of that particular item? And one of the attorneys on the call said, that's dumb. And he goes, no, but it works. And the attorney goes, no, but that's dumb. And the point was, yes, but that's how clients think. That's how people think. So as we come and start this GLM Summit, we're committing you, and you are committing to thinking differently and doing things differently. Because Ben has spent the last decades, plural, seeing what works and how we can be different so that we can think like the client thinks. And then they will leave being raving fans. With that being said, I want to point out a couple quick things. Yeah, let's just move on from that. Okay, you are in the right place. You have come here to commit to grow your firm, and we commend you for that.
Hey guys, this is Ben. If you like what you've been hearing on this podcast, not just the marketing and practice building strategies, but the philosophy of the art of living your best life parts, you should know that my son Brian and I have built a tribe of like-minded lawyers who are living lives of their own design and creating tremendous value for the world within the structure of a law practice. We invite you to join us at the only membership organization for entrepreneurial lawyers that is run by 2 full-time practicing attorneys. Check us out at greatlegalmarketing.com.
But let's talk for a moment about who is in the room. How many of you, is this your very first summit you've ever been at? Raise your hand. Okay, how many of you second summit? Third? Over 4, raise your hand. Stand up over 5? Stand up over 5, stand up. Okay, let's do a little experience here. This is over 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, you're putting my Mesa Public Schools learning to task here. Okay, how many years? 15 years. Where's the microphone? Someone give him a microphone. Wait, no, forget that. You come up here. Come up here. Give him a big round of applause. No, I can't. You got to understand the lights are on. I can't see you. What's your name? Come on up. That's a great name. Okay, so why 15 years? I mean, some of these attorneys, they were like 3 years old when you start coming here 15 years ago. Why?
Because Ben's the man.
Wow, Ben is the man. That is well said. Give a big round of applause for that deep thought. So Ben is the man. How have things changed over the 15 years?
Well, I don't know if I'm the guy that you wanted to pick out of the audience because I'm with Foster Web Marketing, but we've been supporting Ben and Great Legal Marketing since almost the beginning, right, Ben? Years and years. And unfortunately, my brother Tom was not able to be here, the rest of the crew, but I'm here representing for us. But it's just a great group, and what I've always admired about what Ben has done with Great Legal Marketing is that entrepreneur first, business owner first, lawyer second. It's what you guys do as a trade, as a craft, but you are business owners and entrepreneurs first and foremost. And understanding that and then applying that to what the heck you do every day, that's really the key. And that's why everybody's here getting this information. That's why a lot of these people are so successful, is because they've embraced that, and that's why they sought him out.
I love it. I love it. Big round of applause. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate that. Which also brings up a great point is the vendors in the room, or in the back of the room that Ben has hand-selected or helped to support you in your journey to get you where you need to be and help you be successful. With that being said, there's a reason why attorneys keep coming back over and over again, because they know they need to add to what they're doing to be successful. But with that, we're going to do a quick introduction. I told you a little bit about Ben. I told you about what Ben represents, about Ben who Ben is. But we're going to talk a little bit as well about his son, Brian, and I'm going to bring him up on stage here in just a moment. Before I do that, I do want to ask a quick question. How many of you are mastermind members in here? How many mastermind members in here? Raise your hand. Okay. Who's the longest tenured mastermind member?
Number 3. I'm number 3, but this is number 1 right here with Michelle Luane. Where's Luane?
Okay, wow. I've never had anyone that excited to support me. Please, hand it to Michelle real quick.
No, this is not Michelle. This is Beth, and I'm speaking for Beth today.
Yeah.
Oh.
Although we're not together, but she has just asked that I handle all the microphone duties. So I will take the role of Beth. Ask me what you would like to know from Beth.
Okay. This is quite a great interview that you're all about to witness right here. On behalf of Beth, what was your name? I can't see.
My name's Jason.
Jason, who's the mouthpiece for Beth?
Beth.
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 B-E-T-H.
You got it.
Perfect. Beth, what would be the one thing that Beth says keeps bringing her back to the GLM Summit every year?
I think Beth would say I think actually what she would say is that the room that we are in, the mastermind group, led by Ben and Brian, is a room where ideas flow, ideas are exchanged. Sometimes ideas are shot down, sometimes ideas are supported, but we always leave with at least a few action items that are like, okay, I got to get on this right away when I get back.
That is huge. That is huge. And that's why I committed all of you at the beginning to say, what are you going to do? Because one thing that we all have mastered over the years is the art of procrastination. Raise your hand if you've mastered that art of procrastination. Be honest right now, right? The rest of you will raise your hands later, right? So, because you know that you procrastinate, you think, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that. But over these days that we spend together, we are going to push you. We're gonna make you feel uncomfortable, and we're gonna do those things that Jason's talking about on behalf of Beth to make sure that you are successful. And you already committed to us pushing you, true? And one thing, someone asked me one day, they said, Chad, what do you think great law firm owners do that others do not? And I said, the answer is great law firm owners make big decisions fast. They make big decisions fast. They don't sit back and go, you know what, I think I should do that. I think I should do that. I think I should do that. They go and do that. And going back to what Clayton Mask said, the reason he pointed out Ben Glass, of all the hundreds of thousands of users we had at Infusionsoft, the reason why he said, watch him, is because he saw things differently and moved quickly. I know Wayne Gretzky shared this quote, but I often attribute it to Ben Glass, even though he plays soccer, not hockey, and that is, he doesn't skate to where the puck is, but where what? Where the puck is going. And Ben would say the same thing. Well, you can just say that about soccer. I would anticipate where the ball is going to be, and that's where I was. And his anticipation is your reward for being here. Congratulations for making the greatest decision you could have made in 2023 that will put you in a completely different trajectory in 2024.
If you like what you just heard on the Renegade Lawyer Podcast, you may be a perfect fit for the great legal marketing community. Law firm owners across the country are becoming heroes to their families and icons in their communities. They've gone renegade by rejecting the status quo of the legal profession so they can deliver high-quality legal services coupled with top-notch customer service to clients who pay, stay, and refer. Learn more at greatlegalmarketing.com. That's greatlegalmarketing.com.